Request of 42 person weapon you. I never want. Try lose you, try them up on me. Well.
Breaking news. Igbo Apex Group Ọhanaeze Ndigbo demanded an apology and 10 trillion naira as a competition from President Bola Tinubu to the Igbo after IBB revealed that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup. I'm very disappointed at Ọhanaeze, I swear. I know many Igbo, you are not going to like this my video, but I will tell you the truth. I'm not against Igbo, but demanding for money is too low. Of all the things to demand from Tinubu after IBB exposition, which exonerated the Igbo people from the 1966 coup, it is monetary compensation that will end up in their individual pocket that they are asking for. If Ọhanaeze is serious, what happened to the FG letting Nnamdi Kanu go? What happened to the FG apologizing to all Igbo, all the cruelty meted to Igbo all over the years? For me, from the look of things, it is obvious that Ọhanaeze, they don't care and represent the Igbo people. I think they only care about their pocket.
The problem of an Igbo man is an Igbo man. Igbo people, the disunity between una too much. All those one they do for social media now fake. Now fake. Una not really they united. Why una not they feel they united or come together the way every other tribe till they come together to achieve common goal? Una only care about ourselves. Una no care about where una for come. Because if una care, una no go talk say make Tinubu can use 10 trillion to apologize to una over the revelation from IBB that the Igbo people were not responsible for that coup in 1966. Wait una for talk, una request for be okay, oh, thank you, IBB. Now, federal government, this is what we want. 2027, Tinubu should step aside for our son, Peter Obi, to become the president of this country. What about that request? Then secondly, una go say, release Nnamdi Kanu with immediate effect. But una no care. Then thirdly, una go say, una want the restoration of security for the eastern states. Look at the east. East don't become a war zone. They pack people up and down, different group where we don't understand. People they fear to come out to do their business. People are living in fear in the east. Why una not request for all those things? But no, una need 10 trillion. Muna share among una self. Then muna call they go do party up and down. They carry cameramen, they follow body, they record up and down. Because the only thing they see for social media be that. People go to feel so una love una self. Una no love una self. Look at this man yesterday was saying that Peter Obi would have not done something different from Tinubu. Who tell you? Are you Peter Obi? Is Peter Obi you? You know it drink? All these Igbo billionaires, I don't notice now. Once now you get small opportunity like this, or now you talk down ourselves. Talk down Peter Obi, talk down vision. Will Peter Obi buy presidential jets? Will Peter Obi renovate a vice president house? Peter Obi for buy yacht? Peter Obi now go call the share rights and money give Nigerians? Will Peter Obi be spending recklessly the way this government is spending recklessly? Peter Obi would have been more financially disciplined. Yes, Peter Obi say go remove fuel subsidy, but he didn't say we remove it at once. He say go remove it small. And he go use the money well, more than this government. Igbo people, more than they learn how to come together and achieve a purpose. More than they scatter on ourselves. More than they once you get small opportunity like this. Wait. Una brother don't they jail. I would say that first thing now, fair request for Tinubu say, I beg, release this our brother first to start with. Then this IBB made a jail. In fact, after Eze was at the event, he launched the Babangida book with 500 million. He said Babangida no get enemy. Say Babangida na his father. Say na Babangida na make many of them. The same man wey cause una tears. Now you dey lavish praises on the support with your money. Now so all the problem for Nigeria. All the problem for Nigeria, you all gather for one room that day. That's why they look there and say, God. Well, I not fit talk the thing. But if you notice, now one president don't come that place. One president, because he wise. He know. Say, oh, Bob, I don't want to use my life, play kalo. Mona go look the video where not me go talk the president will not come there. One president no come that place that day. Nothing they do in their house, they watch them. Because you know what they do to Nigeria. Baba be say, Baba, if I come out now, I feel don't come back. This is why I be they invite everybody so.
Since I've been summarizing news or information, one of the most difficult news that I have ever tried to analyze is this IBB book, Ibrahim Babangida's book, A Journey in Service, the book he recently, released. I've been trying to read the book so that I'll come and summarize it for people so that everybody can understand. So while reading the book, I became emotional about the whole situation. You want to tell me that it took you more than 30 years to just come out and say the truth? A particular tribe, a particular region has been going through torment, discrimination, and you have been alive. You knew that there was nothing like Igbo coup. There was nothing like Igbo coup. The Igbo people had nothing to do about it, but you kept quiet. Just a step to your grave, you decided to come and write it in a book. Many people knew this truth. They've been saying it, but nobody believed them. Just a step to your grave, you come and say it. And Nigerians are clapping for you. Nigerians are clapping. Somebody wrote a book about Nigeria and its criminal justice system. They locked him up. They sent him to prison. He went to jail. He was granted bail of more than 20 million naira. Then somebody came out to do like Nollywood. Oh, I want to confess before I die. I want to confess before I die. Told the people that Abiola actually won the election. June 12th. He won the election, but he used his power. Abiola died. The Southwest, the Yorubas, were not happy. Instead, they started donating money. Yemi Oshibanjo was there. Everybody, they smile. Nigeria currently have a Southwest president. Tinubu was there that day. All of them, they clap for him. Somebody who should be chilling in the prison. They clap for him. They donate money. They donate money. They clap for him. Nigeria. Indeed, Nigeria and its criminal justice system. The Igbos have been through a lot in this country. They've been through ups and downs. But as someone who is from the Southeast, as an Igbo person reading that book, it's so heartbreaking to me that my grandfather died for something he never knew. Something something that was never his fault. My uncles died for what was never their fault. My ancestors went down the drain because of something that was not their fault, because of somebody decided to cook up a lie. And just when he's about getting to his grave, he said, oh, let me confess. Let me confess. And people gathered, celebrated him, and they are contributing money to build a presidential library for him. Guess what? 30 years from now, somebody will write a book of how Lekki massacre happened. Who gave the order? Somebody will write a book and say, during the time of NSAS, October 20, 2020, I was the one who gave the order. Nigerians will still gather and clap for him. They will build a presidential library for him. They will donate money for him. In 20 years' time, somebody will come out and say, during the 2023 general election, I was not the one that won it. So person won it, and I manipulated it. Somebody will come out and clap for him. That is the danger. Where people who are supposed to be in jail are being celebrated. The people who are supposed to be celebrated are in jail. Nigerians, this is a wake-up call to us. We're in a country where those who are supposed to be on cuff are the one cuffing those who are supposed to be free. Anyway, like I said earlier, this book is one of the most difficult books that I've ever tried to summarize that I cannot. Unfortunately, I cannot. I will only advise you to go and read the book. And please, while reading, concentrate on page 39. It's important you read page 39 so that you know the truth.
The Ọhanaeze Ndigbo has demanded an apology and 10 trillion naira from the president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, after a revelation was made by Ibrahim Babangida in his book, Journey in Service. This has brought tears to so many Igbos, knowing fully well that an accusation that was made, a propaganda that was carried out many years ago, the same propaganda that's still pending against so many activists of Ndigbo like Nnamdi Kanu today, has now been brought to light. This propaganda cost Biafran war, cost Igbo people their lives and their properties. Till today, that hatred still exists because one man came out and said it was an Igbo man who wanted to take over through a military coup in 1966. And Ibrahim Babangida came out to clear the air, saying that Kanu Nzogu identified more as a Northerner than even an Igbo person. Remember, till today, we are still struggling to explain to some Niger Delta people who speak Igbo and bear Igbo names that they are from Igbo heritage. But they keep saying that they are from Benin, well accepted, well approved. So, if the Deltans have this kind of mindset, the today's Deltans have this kind of mindset, That means Nonzogo, who is from Delta State, who is not even an Igbo, as they claimed that they are not Igbos. Why are Igbos bearing the brunt of what someone who do not identify as an Igbo person went to commit a crime? And today it is the Igbo people that suffers it most. In his book, Babangida revealed that the primary objective of the coup plotters was to release Chief Obafemi Awolowo from prison and install him as the prime minister. He emphasized that the involvement of officers from different ethnic backgrounds, including non-Igbo officers such as Major Adewale, which is a Yoruba man, Ademo Yega, Yoruba man, Captain Ganiyu Adeleke, Yoruba man, and Lieutenant Fola Oyewole and Olafemi Han, Yoruba man, further invalidates the claim that it was an Igbo-driven coup. So, after the Ọhanaeze heard this thing, they got angry and demanded for 10 trillion. I will suggest 10 trillion is a useless money. Apology is very useless because till today, the Igbos are being marginalized. They have their son, Nnamdi in custody, and I don't know why they are so scared to tell Tinubu to release him from the prison, knowing fully well that even their own court has said he did not commit any crime. The people that died in the Biafran war are more than 5 million people. They're just trying to bring down the number. Just let's count this. You pass 100, you go to 1,000 human beings. From 1,000, you go to 50,000 people, 100,000 people, 999,000 people. Now times it by 5. 5 million Biafrans. And there was a reason why these Biafrans died. They died because they wanted a new nation, the way they were marginalized. So Ọhanaeze coming out to say that 10 trillion should be given to the Igbos are very, very unsensible. They should first of all revisit history and know the reason why 5 million people died, because 10 trillion cannot clear the burden and the pain that so many families who lost 6 boys because of the Biafran war. It cannot cure it. So my suggestion is this: they should allow restructuring or referendum to determine if the Igbos wants to leave Nigeria and then Nnamdi can be released. That would go down the history to cure this pain. But 10 trillion, when it's given to Ọhanaeze people, is within them, they just share it and devour it. These are people who probably may not even care about the suffering of the Igbos. I'm not saying allegedly, but that is a good suggestion. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Thanks for watching.
Alright, so as you all know, yesterday, Ọhanaeze Ndigbo seek apology from the federal government and also 10 trillion naira compensation to the Igbos, following the revelation from IBBs Book that the coup was not an Igbo coup. That coup that they lied that it was an Igbo coup led to the Biafran war, where it led to the buying of a lot of Igbos. Now, the Ọhanezes are requesting for 10 trillion, which is okay. But I also think they should put Nnamdi as part of the negotiation, and this is why. Without that lie that it was an Igbo coup, there will not be Nnamdi. There will not be Nnamdi. Because Nnamdi grew up to see that, oh, my people are being marginalized. My people are being stereotyped. My people are not given the right opportunities as other tribes. You know, we have 3 major tribes in Nigeria: Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. They are not given the same opportunities as the Hausas and the Yorubas. That's why Nnamdi followed in the paw prints of his forefathers and decided that, you know what, yeah, since they already talk this thing, make we get our own place, since they know they treat us fairly. And everything is the genesis. The genesis of everything started from that narrative that the 1966 coup was an Igbo coup, which caused problem for the Igbos. Now, why? Since Hausa don't rule, Yoruba don't rule, Hausa go rule, Yoruba go rule, but Igbo know the rule. And the only time we move, you got our own place, Hausa. So the Igbo never test the power. And guess what? The Igbos couldn't test the power because a lot of people are scared that if you give an Igbo man power today, that is going to divide Nigeria. That's one of the main reasons why they don't even want me Igbo rule. From my own observation, I mean, I'm still young, but what I don't listen to and what I don't notice, this is what it is. So there will be no Nnamdi if that lie from the 1966 coup did not happen. So they should do a bargain and bring Nnamdi out. That would be more fair. That would be very, very fair. That would be very, very fair. So 10 trillion, Nnamdi, and to be very honest, like I said, I don't want me to say me talk and I cannot cry more than they believe. Normally, normal. After that IBB book, all the shops on Nigeria, they're supposed to lock and do a match. The Igbos are supposed to do a march. Waiting don't dent their name for how many years. Finally, something don't come clear them, and you all are cool about it. But I cannot cry more than the bereaved, you know. I can't cry more than the bereaved. If when I do the march, I mean, I'll be very happy to ginger the march, and I'll be very happy to walk. It's a freedom walk. Not be say we they go protest or anything, but a march for the heroes that have passed, and a march for the victims of this whole lies that was cooked up by some powerful people then against the Igbos. But like I said, I can't cry more than the bereaved. But it's just a sad thing that happened to them. But again, getting Nnamdi out is a fair bargain. So Ọhanaeze Ndigbo, add this to part of your bargain. Peace and love. Don't play.
Federal government of Nigeria now beg at the beg una. Make una not release that 10 trillion to Ọhanaeze Ndigbo. Make una release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Make una release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May we not say the coup where they plan 1966. What did they take serve? Now the exchange of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now beg at the beg federal government of Nigeria. I beg that's 10 trillion. Make una not give am Ọhanaeze Ndigbo. Because if una give am Ọhanaeze Ndigbo, we'll not go see what they use the money do. The best is for you people to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. More will not say yes. Now we use them for.
Igbo people, mona come. And I they wait for you. Don't say when they wait for this kind video. I won't do this kind of video. You don't say when they wait patiently. Say one particular day I'll draw video for now. You know one thing about when the phone say una wise. And a wise pass for this full Nigeria, and I get sense pass, and I get everything pass. Whereas I wanna be the biggest move for this country. May I tell una reason why? Because now people when they tell una the truth, now be una enemy. See una Ọhanaeze abi on nonsense. See wetin they drop. They not ask for kanu release. They not ask for Biafra liberation. They ask for money, trillion, for that matter, 10 trillion. An apology. May you see and say now be the program for myself. Tomorrow now they hate on VTN, say VTN hate Igbo, hate this one. Make thunder punish all of una for there. When I go meet Ọhanaeze, you want tell me for the full Southeast now, person not they when get west by VTN. Why not they talk about release of Nnamdi Kanu? Why not they talk about them? When I get celebrity, when I get thought of men when get money for that East too, but they not they talk about that. Now VTN be una problem. When I want use tribalism spoil the guy, good things when they don't do for Nigeria. Because if they want to talk and say why VTN not they talk about release of Nnamdi Kanu. See, Igbo people now be the if I'm to rate people now for this country, now be the biggest mugu for this country. Yes, I'll be the biggest mugu for this country. I be to the wrong months. VDM hate this and VDM hate Igbo. You know what when that guy don't do for maybe Igbo people self? No. See una Ọhanaeze now see waiting that they demand for. Everything by Igbo now just money. Una not they think about our life. See person when they fight for our freedom. It dey kiri. For how many years now? Una never feel release now VDM be on a problem. Don't have fire on our head for there.
Ọhanaeze, just look at you people. Una supposed to carry something cover on our faces in what? Ọhanaeze, una supposed to use paper cover on our face. Now tell me how, in this kind of situation, where the truth don't finally come out, because everybody they talk Nnamdi Kanu say Nnamdi Kanu won't divide. Nnamdi Kanu won't divide the country. Nnamdi Kanu won't divide the country. Especially those people where they say we not to follow history, right? Now, una don't see say this guy is innocent. Nnamdi Kanu has not even married anybody that we know. He has never told them to go and do this, go and He's only trying to explain to his people that they can do better. They should be on their own. They will do. If they always they talk for the good of his people. Now, Ọhanaeze, you have a right to demand. The first demand you people should have demanded is the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That is the number one. Say now that this thing is this, Nnamdi Kanu should be released. On the right 10 trillion. What will you do with 10 trillion? So that all of us go share them. Make the governors, them, everybody go share the money on a chop and claim out. First thing they should have demanded is the immediate unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Second thing is that by 2027, an Igbo man, preferably Peter Obi, should become president of Nigeria. That is what you people should have demanded. This is the time you people have. Instead, when they demand 10 trillion, people they drag and they don't talk this, they don't talk that. What did Nnamdi Kanu do that is specular to him? People will even buy people for church, for all these their Boko issues. They have been granted amnesty. They say they want their own separate country back, and they did what they did. And at the end of the day, they have been granted amnesty. Nnamdi Kanu and who Sunday Igboho, is he not free? The other day I heard that he was in the UN doing one submitting a letter for the separation of their Oduduwa people. So what did Nnamdi Kanu do particularly? People should say, what did Nnamdi Kanu do particularly that has kept him there, defying all legal actions? Instead of people to set your priority. All the governors in the East, if all of you stand in one voice, all the elites, all of them will get businesses, all of them join hands together, all of them will get money, all of them join hands together. Atoeze, Obi Kubana chief priest, okay, Bill Lord. I don't feel no one plenty. I don't feel both people they get money plenty, both millionaires and plenty. I don't feel unite, team up with our governors. Go to the government. How many times Peter Obi don't talk? Only Peter Obi they talk. When he talk finish, nobody stand with him. Coming to ask for 10 trillion. 10 trillion call. 10 trillion. Who will give you 10 trillion? Tell them to release this boy. This man. He's standing for you people. He did nothing wrong. Everything he's saying is now what obviously Gowon has approved. What he has been saying is what Gowon has said, oh, it's true. So what did he do bad?
So after what the IBB read for that nonsense book, as painful as that in dating, now they never stay arrest the IBB and they never stay arrest the one. They never stay arrest these two wicked vampires. That be the major problem of waiting make Nigeria day the way it did today. Hey! Make nobody beg me, no beg me, no beg me! Yes! Make nobody beg me!
Hey! I hear me, take me, buy me.
Make una collect Nedu, make una give us Nnamdi Kanu. Now what I expect all the Igbo people to talk about, which one be 10 trillion naira, now money be our problem. Una leave the most important thing one are supposed to talk about, which is for them to free Nnamdi Kanu. Now they talk about money. Money is not our major problem. Let Nnamdi Kanu go. Do you people think, do you people think that there's any amount of money that can be paid that will quantify the amount of lives that have been lost? This is a penny! For those of you that are not familiar with the story, go and read about it. Then come back here and tell me whether money is the only problem we should be talking about here. Oh, this is a penny! Do you know the numbers of lives that have been lost? Do you know the damages that have been done? How can you fix that? Do you know the pain you have caused millions of lives? The blood of the innocent that have been shed are crying for vengeance, and you're here talking about only money. Let Nnamdi Kanu go. Keep your apology to yourself. You don't need it. The apology cannot pay for the damages that have been done. Let Nnamdi Kanu go. Let the young man go. Shay. If somebody like Babangida will confess to the crime of so many people, now they celebrate that because they launch book, now game and keep Nnamdi Kanu for DSS hand. Hey! God punish the one. Make una no go dey surprised. Something is about to go down for this country. Now why these people they bring up all this news? We know these people now not be Nigeria again. All of us go there here, they watch out. I hear say that 10 trillion naira won na one collect now $6.6 billion. Yes, make una still collect that money because what did these people do us no good? What did these people do us no good? Plenty of na go dey surprise say whether me I don't calculate the money. Yes, now $6.6 billion. If it is that they like carry calculator, make you check out. Make una just carry my 3.5 billion naira give me. Now naira I talk not be dollar because if una know what did these people do my father, if una know what did these people do my father, now so me and my father they dodge bullet. We they dodge machine gun. My man they tell me say na D1 I said those bullets give those people. God punish D1. This 10 trillion naira when they talk about self, which people want collect them and now they want to share that when you go reach everybody hand. You see the more reason why we supposed to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That is the most important thing. If una want body to sweet me well, make una just carry Nedu. You no get anything what they use and do. Then after na don't release Nnamdi Kanu, make una just carry presidency give Peter Obi. I know see that one hard because power is not giving, it is taken. Make una no carry federal government go court o. Na my own opinion be that, because if una carry federal government go court, other people no go fit reveal their hidden secret. 20 years from now, Tinubu fit write your own book of fight take use INEC, take rig election, take collect power from Peter Obi hand. 10 years from now, D1 fit write your own book, say Falana pay am to distract Verydarkman, because Verydarkman dey fight for a better Nigeria. So many things dey happen underground though. For some of una wey no know, na why person like me I go continue to dey support Verydarkman, because Verydarkman dey fight for the betterment of Nigeria. Verydarkman is fighting for truth. How many blogs for Nigeria? How many Igbo people wey you don see say they share this information for their page? But if na for una to push a wrong narrative, say Verydarkman hate the Igbo people, una go fast for that one. God punish all of una. God punish D1. God punish Barara. God punish Blessing CEO. God punish Okunasco. God punish Brother Mike. God punish Naomi. God punish Vilo. God punish Native Dr. Paul Ezike. God punish Seda Frog. God punish Gossip Me. God punish Kadaife. God punish Radio Gang. God punish Mr. Ben. As una no wan gree go read James chapter 1 verse 5, James chapter 5 verse 1 go make sure say e happen to all of una. Hand must touch una. Idiot! Bunch of idiots! Rather make una shift more. Shift make us see no touch una.
Will the Igbos ever get justice? Yes, a big secret has been revealed, guys. Yes, the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup. Guys, do you think that the Ọhanaeze Ndigbo are right by demanding 10 trillion as compensation to the Igbos? Do you think? Now here is the press statement. Igbo group Ọhanaeze Ndigbo demands apology and 10 trillion as compensation from President Bola Tinubu to the Igbos after IBB revealed that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup. Following the revelation by former military president General Ibrahim Babangida during the launch of his book, A Journey in Service, that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup as alleged, the Igbo Apex group Ọhanaeze Ndigbo on Sunday demanded an apology and 10 trillion as compensation from President Bola Tinubu to the Igbo. The group noted that the coup unleashed disastrous repercussions on the Igbo people, among other factors which ultimately led to the catastrophic horrors of the Biafra war. In a statement obtained by The Guardian in Abakaliki, the Deputy National President of the Ọhanaeze faction, Okechukwu Isiguzoro, noted that the apology and compensation had become necessary due to the staggering loss of life, which approximately 3 million Igbo, predominantly innocent women and children, slaughtered during the conflict, an event that continues to reverberate through the collective consciousness of the Igbo people. He stated that the revelation would compel Nigerians to confront the stark injustice perpetrated against the Igbo people, insisting that President Tinubu must recognize this moment as an opportunity to extend a public and unequivocal apology on behalf of previous military regimes, particularly General Yakubu Gowon's administration. He added that such an apology was long overdue for the myriad wrongdoings inflicted upon the Igbo nation, which continues even decades after the conclusion of the Biafran War. He noted that the demand for 10 trillion in reparations remains steadfast, stressing that the figure was not arbitrary but a symbolic recognition of the indelible losses the Igbo people had endured. Finally, Igbos can now drink water and keep cup. Finally, Igbos can now rule this country, Nigeria. Yes, truth has been revealed, guys. This 10 trillion is well deserved, and also we plea for Nnamdi Kanu's release. Yes, now, don't you think so?
Breaking news, the Ọhanaeze Ndigbo are demanding a public apology from our president, Mr. Bola Tinubu. Not only that, they are also demanding the sum of 10 trillion naira as a compensation after General Ibrahim Babangida revealed the fact that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup. Now, following the revelation by the former military president Ibrahim Babangida during the launch of his book, A Journey in Service, that the 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup, Ọhanaeze Ndigbo are now demanding the sum of 10 trillion naira as a compensation. Not only that, they are also demanding a public apology from our president, Mr. Bola Tinubu. Do you know the reason why they are making this demand? Now, because of the alleged story that the 1966 coup was an Igbo coup, it unleashed so many disaster, negative effects on Igbo people. So many people lost their lives, approximately 3 million people, especially women and children. And it was because of this alleged story that led to the Biafra war. Now, as a result of this revelation by Ibrahim Babangida, the Ọhanaeze Ndigbo, deputy president of Ọhanaeze Ndigbo, is demanding a public apology from Mr. President and also a compensation of 10 trillion naira to Ndigbo. Do you think that this demand is right? Will our president ever apologize to Ndigbo?